Good day, pupils. I welcome you to this session. My name is Miss Grace Ahabuike, and I'll be taking you on mathematics today. Please, I would like you to get your writing materials ready so that we can proceed. I'll be taking you mathematics today. Have you gotten your writing materials ready? All right, let's proceed. Our topic for today is decimal. Our topic for today is decimal. What is a decimal? A decimal is a number expressed in the base 10 system. A decimal is a number expressed in the base 10 system. I'll be using these numbers to explain what the decimal means. Here we have 2,345.986. 2,345.986. Our place value system. I'm sure you can remember your place value. Here we have the decimal points, which is separating these 4 digits from the other 3 digits. The decimal point is separating these 4 digits from the other 3 digits. The place value of 5 here is units. The place value of 5 is units. The place value of 4 is tens. The place value of 4 is tens. The place value of 3 is hundreds. The place value of 3 is hundreds. The place value of 2 here is thousands. The place value of 2 is thousands. 2,345 are whole numbers. 2, 3, 4, 5 are whole numbers. And the numbers by my right hand are decimal fractions. They are decimal fractions. Any number immediately after the decimal point is a decimal fraction. And the place value of 9 is tenths. If I'm writing 9 in figures, if I'm writing the place value of 9 in figure, it's going to be 9 over 10. Tenth means 9 over 10. And the place value of 8 is hundredths. Take note of the TH. Not tenths, tenths and hundredths. The place value of 8 is hundredths. And if I'm writing the place value of 8 in figure, what I'm going to write down is 8 over 100. 8 over 100. The place value of 6 is thousands. Take note of the TH after the D, after the thousand spelling. TH, thousands. If I'm writing the place value of 6 as in figure, I'm going to write 6 over 1,000. 6 over 1,000. Alright, and I said all the numbers by my left hand are whole numbers, while the numbers immediately after the decimal point by my right hand are decimal fractions. Alright, next we'll be learning how to write fractions as decimals. How to write fractions as decimal. Question number 1 is 3 over 8. We'll be changing 3 over 8 as a decimal. Alright. Three over 8. When you're dividing fractions, you divide the numerator by the denominator. You divide the numerator by the denominator. I'll be using our long division. We'll be using our long division. 3 is the dividend. Dividend means the number to be divided. And 8 is the divisor. 3 is the dividend, and 8 is the divisor. The result of our division is known as the quotient. The result at the end of our solving, the answer we'll be getting is referred to as the quotient. Alright, I said we'll be using our long division. The numerator will be inside, while the denominator will be here. Okay, 3 divided by 8. 3 divided by 8 cannot go because 3 is too small to be divided by 8. We'll write down our 0 and put a decimal point. The moment you put your decimal point, you can add a 0 here. It becomes 30. Now, 30 divided by 8. 30 divided by 8 is 3. Write down your 3. 8 times 3 is 24. 8 times 3 equals 24. Then we subtract. 0 take away 4 cannot go, so we have to borrow from 3. We are left with 2, and we add the 1 here. It becomes 10. 10 minus 4 is 6. 10 minus 4 is 6. And because we already have our decimal point here, we can add 0 here. Because 6 divided by 8 cannot be divided. 6 cannot be divided by 8. 6 is too small to be divided by 8. So we add our 0 to make it 60. 60 divided by 8 is 7. We write down our 7. 8 times 7 is 56. 60 minus 56. 0 minus 6 cannot go, so we borrow from 6 and we are left with 5. We'll add the 1 here. 10 minus 6 is 4. Like I said earlier, we still have our decimal point, so we'll add our 0. When we add our 0, it becomes 40. 40 divided by 8 is 5. 8 times 5 is 40. 40 minus 40, 0 minus 0 gives us 0. 4 minus 4 is 0. So 3 over 8 expressed as or written as a decimal is equal to 0.375. 0.375 is the same as 3 over 8 as a fraction. Alright, question number 2 is 8 whole number 7 over 10. We will be writing 8 whole number 7 over 10 as a decimal. Okay, 8 whole number 7 over 10. There are 2 methods to changing 8 whole number 7 over 10 to a decimal. The first method is we can change. Remember that 8 whole number 7 over 10 is a mixed number. We can change this mixed number to an improper fraction, then we divide, or we only divide the proper fraction 7 over 10, and whatever answer we get, we add it to the whole number 8. Whichever way you decide to do your work, you get the same answer. We'll be using the 2 methods here. I'd like you to keep listening. Method 1. Method 1, the first step is to change 8 whole number 7 over 10 to an improper fraction. So I'll do 10 times 8 plus 7 over 10. 10 times 8 is 80. 80 plus 7 is 87 over 10. Now we have 87 divided by 10. 87 is the dividend, while 10 is the divisor. So our dividend, which is the numerator, will be here. and then we have our 10. 87, 8 divided by 10 cannot go, so write down 0. Then next we take the two digits, 8 and 7. 87 divided by 10 is 8. 10 times 8, it gives 80. And 87 minus 80, we have 7 minus 0, 7. 8, take away 8. 0. And then 7 divided by 10 cannot go. So we put a decimal point and add a 0. It becomes 70. 70 divided by 10 gives 7. 10 times 7 is 70. 70 minus 70. 0 minus 0 is 0. 7 minus 7, 0. So our answer is 8 whole number, 7 over 10 is 8.7, which is the same thing as 8.7. That's for the first method. Alright, our second method. The second method is to divide just the proper fraction. Just for us to divide 7 over 10, and the answer we get, we'll add it to the whole number 8. That's what we're supposed to do in the second method. Alright, so we'll be dividing just 7 over 10. 7 over 10 means 7 divided by 10. 7 is the numerator and it will be divided by 10. So we'll write our 7 inside, which is the 7 is the dividend, and our divisor is 10. Alright. 7 divided by 10 cannot go. Write 0 and put our point. The moment you put your decimal point, you add 0 and it becomes 70. 70 divided by 10 is 7. 10 times 7 is 70, and 70 take away 70 is equals to 0. So now 7 over 10 expressed as decimal is 0.7. So we're going to be adding the whole number 8 plus 0.7. When we want to add a whole number plus a decimal, what we do is we write our 8 and put our decimal. We have to make the whole number to also look like a decimal. So we have to write 8 in such a way that it will look like a decimal. And to write 8 as a decimal is we write 8.0. 8.0. This is because the 0 that is attached to this 8 does not have any significance. 8.0 is still the same thing as 8. So we have 8.0 plus 0.7. Why we added points, decimal points to the 8 is because when you're adding decimal, the position of the decimal points for the numbers you are adding must be the same. The position of the decimal point for the numbers you're adding must be the same. That was why we added the decimal points. So we'll be adding now. 0 plus 7 is 7. 8 plus 0 is 8. So our answer is 8.0. 8 whole number, 7 over 10 changed to a decimal is equal to 8.7. Let's get back to our first method. The answer we got when we used the first method was 8.7, and the answer here is also 8.7. So any of this method can be used to get your answer. Alright. Question number 3. 1/3. We'll be dividing 1 by 3. We'll be changing 1/3 to a decimal. So we'll have our numerator here and we'll have our denominator here. 1 divided by 3 cannot go. So write down our 0. Put our points and we'll add a 0 to 10 to 1 and it becomes 10. 10 divided by 3 is 3. 3 times 3, 9. And 10 minus 9, borrow from 1, add it up here. 10 minus 9 is 1. Go with the decimal point that I already have, I can still add a 0 here. 10 divided by 3 will give us 3 again. 3 times 3 is 9. 10 minus 9, like we did earlier, is 1. There's a decimal point, we still add our 0. 10 divided by 3 is 3. 3 times 3 is equal to 9. And 10 minus 9 is 1. If we continue to divide, we'll keep getting 3. This type of decimal is referred to as a recurring or repeated decimal. It's referred to as a recurring or repeated decimal because we could keep dividing and dividing and dividing and getting 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. So this kind of decimal is always referred to as a recurring decimal. If you're able to divide up to 3 and get 3 numbers after the decimal point, you can just stop. Alright. Okay. Alright. Next we'll be expressing decimals as fraction. Express these decimals as fraction. Question number 1 is 3.24. When we are saying decimals, we mention the digits immediately after the decimal point 1 by 1. Like 3.24 is not right to say 3.24 as 3.24. This is because the 2 and the 4 after the decimal point are less than 1. The 2 and the 4 immediately after the decimal point are less than 1. So we say it correctly as 3.24. This is 0.375. 0.375. Alright. Question number 1 that we'll be expressing as a fraction is 3.24. Now, we will apply our place value to express this as a fraction. Remember that when I was explaining our place value, I mentioned that the number by the left, immediately at the decimal point by the left, is a whole number. If the number by the left is a whole number, it means this 3 is 3 whole number. And then I mentioned that the numbers after the decimal point by the right are decimal fractions. 3 here is a whole number, so we'll write it like this, and then we'll write down the place value of 2 and 4. Writing down the place value of 2 and 4, the place value of 2, remember I said that the place value of 2 is tenths, and I'm writing it now in figure, tenths, while the place value of 4 is 100. Place value of 2 is tenths, and the place value of 4 is hundredths. Alright, so now we'll be expressing these two numbers as fraction, and it will be 24 over 100. The last multiple of 10 here is what we're going to write. So we have 24 over 100. The next thing we're supposed to do is we reduce the fraction to its lowest term. We reduce the fraction to its lowest term. 24 and 100. You think of a single number that can divide, that 24 and 100 can be divided by. and 4 can be divided by 24, and 100. 24 divided by 4 equals 6. 100 divided by 4 equals 25. You think of any other single number that can divide 6 and 25, and I think there is none. So we'll leave our answer like that. So our final answer will now be 3 whole number 6/25. Alright. Now 3.24 expressed as a fraction is equal to 3 whole number 6/25. 3 whole number 6/25. Question number 3. 0.375. 0.375. Using our place value system, this 0 is a whole number. And I mentioned that we write our whole number very big. And then next we express each of them in their place value. The place value of 3 is 3/10. And the place value of 7 is 7/100. The place value of 5 is 5/1000. Now we're going to write 375/1000, the last digit, the last number for the decimals. Alright, and we will have 375/1000. The next thing we're supposed to do is to reduce 375/1000 to its lowest term. Reduce 375/1000 to its lowest term. You can use 5. 375 divided by 5 and 1000 divided by 5. 5 into 37 is 7 remainder 2. 25 divided by 5 is 5. So we have 75. And 10 divided by 5 is 2. 0 divided by 5 is 0. The second 0 divided by 5 is 0. So we have 75/200. Next, we'll still reduce 75/200 again. Looking at 75/200, it can be divided by 5. 75 divided by 5, and 7 divided by 5 is 1, remainder 2. 25 divided by 5 is 5. We have 15 here. And 20 divided by 5 is 4. 0 divided by 5 is 0. We have 15/40. 15/40. 15/40 can still be reduced to its lowest term. So we'll come here and continue. 15/40. It can be reduced by, it can be divided by 5. 15 divided by 5 equals 3. 40 divided by 5 equals 8. 0.375 expressed as a fraction is equal to 3/8. That is our question 1 here. Remember that I changed 3/8 to a decimal. I changed 3/8 to a decimal, and here I'm changing back the decimal. I'm changing the decimal back to a fraction. I changed 3/8 to a decimal, and I got 0.375. Here I'm changing the decimal back to a fraction, and if you observe carefully, you notice that I got 3/8, the same answer. All right, next we change 10.5. 10.5 0.5 to a fraction. Like I said earlier, the numbers on the whole, the digits on the whole number side will be written as whole number. Then the digits after the decimal point, the decimal fraction will be written as place value of decimals. 5, the place value of 5 here is 5/10. So we'll reduce 5/10 to its lowest 10. 5/10. 5/10 can be divided by 5. 5 divided by 5 is 1. 10 divided by 5 is 2. 1/2 cannot be divided by any other number except 1. All whole numbers can be divided by 1. So our answer for 10.5 is 10 whole number 1/2. Therefore, 10.5 expressed as a fraction is the same thing as 10 whole number 1/2. 10 whole number 1/2. Next will be rounding up decimals. We'll be rounding up decimals. Question 1. Round up 33.8267 to A, 1 decimal place, B, 2 decimal places, C, 3 decimal places, and D, the nearest whole number. One rule of rounding up decimal is that for digits that are less than 5, digits between 0 and 4, we round them down. And for digits that are more than 5, we round them up. Rounding them down means the number to be rounded up remains the same. And rounding it up means that the number to be rounded up is increased by 1. Alright, when we are doing these examples, you get to understand what I mean. $33.8267 to 1 decimal place. In some textbooks, you will see 1 DP, 1 D point P. When you see 1 DP, note that the DP means decimal place. Decimal place means 1 decimal place means the first digit immediately after the decimal point. The first digit immediately after the decimal point. Here, 33.8267. The first digit after the decimal point is 8. And we'll be using the next digit, we'll be rounding up the next digit. And the next digit is 2. From what I said earlier, I said numbers, when rounding up decimals, numbers less than 5 are rounded down. Rounding down means they become 0. If 2 becomes 0, 8, you add 0 to 8, 8 will still remain the same. Therefore, our answer will now be 33.8. This is because 2 is less than 5 and 2 was rounded down. And I mentioned that 1 decimal place means only 1 digit immediately after a decimal point is needed. Alright. B says that we should round 33.8267 to 2 decimal places. 33.8267 to 2 decimal places means that only 2 digits after the decimal point is needed. This is 33.82. The digit that is needed here is the next one, which is 6. This is the second digit, 2 decimal places. The next one is 6. And since 6 is greater than 5, since 6 is greater than 5, we round 6 up by adding 1 to 2. We round 6 up by adding 1 to 2. And if you add 1 to this 2, it becomes 3. Therefore, our answer will now be 33.83. 1 was added from 6 to 2. That's why it became 3. Alright. We have rounded up the 3.8267 to 2 decimal place, and we got 33.83. The C part is to change the 3.8267 to 3 decimal places. .8267 to 3 decimal places. This number is the 3rd decimal place, and the number nearest to it is 7. Like I said, in the rule of rounding up, 7 is greater than 5. 7 will be rounded up, and 1 will be added to 6. 7 will be rounded up, and 1 will be added to 6. So our answer will now be 33.827. 1 has been added to 6 and it became 7. So our answer is 33.827. Lastly, we are rounding 33.8267 to the nearest whole number. 33.8267 to the nearest whole number. Alright. We'll be rounding up 33.8267 to the nearest whole number. The whole number here are 3 and 3. That's 33. And the number that is nearest to the whole number is 8. 3.8267. The number nearest to the whole number is 8. And like I said earlier, we are rounding up 8 to the nearest whole number. 8 is greater than 5, and round 8 up. Rounding 8 up means we add 1 to our 3. And if we add 1 to 3, it will become 34. 33.8267 to the nearest whole number equals 34. That is our answer. Alright, I have an assignment for you. I would like you to take your time and answer the questions and forward your answers to my email or my WhatsApp phone number. Alright, question number 1. Write these fractions as decimals. Write these fractions as decimals. 1 is 3 over 4. Write 3 over 4 as a decimal. Number 2 is write 2 whole number 1 over 6 as a decimal. And question number 3, write 2 over 5 as a decimal. Next is you express these decimals as fractions. Question number 4 is 6.50. Express 6.50 as a fraction. Number 5, express 15.8 as a fraction. And question number 6, express 0.012 as a fraction. Number 7, round up 102.5 4739 to A, 1 decimal place, B, 2 decimal places, C, 3 decimal places, and D, the nearest whole number. A, 1 decimal place, B, 2 decimal places, C, 3 decimal places, and D, to the nearest whole number. Remember that you can forward your answer either to my email or to my WhatsApp phone number. Continue to stay safe and remain good children. Have a wonderful day. Bye.